Festivities are wrapping up. This place is rocking. The home opener is coming up next. Now from downtown Cleveland and Progressive Field. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Chicago Cubs taking on the Cleveland Guardians. With my partner Chris Singleton, I'm John Schaumburg. The cameras are out for this one, partner. Home openers are unique and always bring a special type of energy to the ballpark.
Today is a celebration. It is the beginning of a new year, and there's no other game like this one on the schedule. It's the first time playing inside your home stadium with your brand new teammates, and you know the fans are going to bring the energy. The excitement is already building in here.
And now, all right, moving back to get this one started after this. And starting this one, Parker Messick, singing he was impressive his last time out.
It's a tough veteran lineup on the other side, but I'm excited to see what this rookie can do in this one.
Ready to go? Here's Nico Horner.
This afternoon, second baseman, number 2, Nico Horner.
And we're underway here in the home opener. That one fouled off. Ball to strike. Base knock right field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly.
And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Alex Bregman. There's a strike.
I understand you want to try to gauge that guy's fastball, but you also have to be aggressive and ready to hit in your zone. Now you're in a tough spot.
Just missing there. Ball one. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Makes the grab. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. Chris, this is a lineup offensively that could be really good for years to come.
Well, there's a lot of young talent in this lineup. I think as they gel together, gain some maturity over the course of this season, they could be playing October baseball.
And now the center fielder, Pete Crow Armstrong. Crow Armstrong matched a homer in his last game.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Just underway here in Cleveland. There goes the runner. That's it for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
I think that steal kind of sets the tone, not just for this game, but for the entire series. First inning, game one, so that kind of tells me they're going to be aggressive on offense and try to force the issue whenever they can.
One out and a runner at second here in game one of this three-game set. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
Brent Rooker, the next Cub to hit. Good power, not great in the OBP department. Rooker matched a couple of homers in his last game. Horner stands at second with two gone. Oh! The 1-1. Inside, almost got him.
Straighten him up a little bit.
Runner at second, two down. Swing and a miss, chased it out of the zone.
Well, and those hitters' counts sometimes can be a little too aggressive, and a good pitcher will play off of that. He's got to get a better pitch to hit.
Out towards right center field, Jones on the move to the gap. He's got it. And that'll do it. Now the Guardians will get their shot, still scoreless. You're watching Major League Baseball on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now here's the starter for the Cubs, Edward Cabrera. Singy, he was impressive his last time out.
He's off to a good start, getting a win in his first start of the season, and so lifted a little bit of pressure. Right here, it's all about getting win number 2.
Stephen Kwan digs in for the Guardians.
This afternoon, left fielder, number 38.
Cabrera was a workhorse the last time out, throwing a complete game. Swing and a bouncer. Tosses to first. One pitch and one out. Here's the Guardians lineup now. And Singy, you have to think this lefty-heavy lineup is ready to eat in this one with a righty on the hill.
Eat it is, Boog. So many lefties just feel more confident with a righty pitching, giving them that little edge. Doesn't always play out that way in the box score, though, so we'll see what happens in this game.
Now it's Jose Ramirez.
Yeah, not a lot of pitchers racking up complete games nowadays, so that last start of his really stands out for me. When you can eat innings like that, you take a big weight off your bullpen, and that's very valuable.
The 1-0.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
And that's downstairs. 2 balls and a strike. In the air, right field. Rooker should have this one. 2 down.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
And here's the first baseman, Kyle Mansarda. Two down, nobody on. And that's down and away.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Struck him out swinging. Had him out front for strike 3. Scoreless after 1. On now to the top half of inning number 2. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. And that misses.
That's a ball.
And that is ball 1. Can't glove it cleanly. And it's in time. It wasn't the smoothest play you'll see today, but they still get the out. Michael Busch will hit next.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
Foul ball. No score here in the second. Swing and a miss. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. That one inside. Look out. Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. In the air to left center. DeLauder takes it in for the out. And there are 2 down.
Batting 7th, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
Dansby Swanson stands in.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Ball 1.
comes up empty. That's strike two. And that is downstairs. Now 2-2. Ripped to short. Throws to first in time. And the Cubs go 1-2-3. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Here in Cleveland, now the 4-hole hitter for the Guardians. Bone Nailer.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Swings through that one for strike one. Smoke on its way out of here. Oh, muscle to center field. His second of the year. The Guardians strike first. It's 1-0. Two pitches, two swings. That one for a home run.
Looking to be aggressive all the way, and it paid off for him in a big way. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got out of it.
Here's Brian Rocchio.
But just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run, go back to work, focus on this next batter.
Ball, hot.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. Bottom half of inning number 2. The 1-1.
This hitter's looking for a fastball, but I'm not sure he's going to get one. Pitcher doesn't have to challenge him. If he feels better about his off-speed secondary stuff, then stay with it.
Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2. Got him looking for the K. And that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer.
Man, just backdoored him with the breaking ball right there. And I'll tell you what, as a hitter, it looks like it's a mile away. So you give up on it, and then it just hooks around that outside corner. Tell you what, if a pitcher can make a pitch like that, you pretty much just have to tip your cap as you walk back to the dugout.
Now here's Nolan Jones.
Ball.
He doubled up on the off speed there. We talk about the power fastball, but he's working a little differently here.
And they don't come much closer, but it was a ball. They'll keep both their challenges. This one in the air, center field. Crow Armstrong gets under it. And there's 2 down.
Batting 7, the shortstop,
Gabriel Arias. Now at the plate. Here's a high chopper. Bregman throws to first, and that's the inning. Welcome back. Last series, the pitching was not good as we take a check of the numbers. Miguel Amaya, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. Amaya launched a homer in his most recent game. Swing and a miss. There's the changeup. Stays alive. And a 1-2. Good job to fight that one off. The 1-2. And that's a little bit high.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Still 2-2 after the foul ball. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
5 foul balls in this at-bat so far, and these two are going head-to-head. You can see the crowd. They're starting to get into it a little bit more and more each pitch, even though there hasn't been a ball in play yet.
Oh, jackknifes out of the way. Payoff pitch. Foul ball left side. He'll see another.
Quite the matchup we're seeing here. 6 foul balls in this at bat alone. Really making them work out there.
Liner started to first.
That swing right there tells me he's seeing the ball pretty well. I know it didn't produce a hit, but he made solid contact, and that's all you're looking to do anytime you're at the plate.
Now it'll be the Cubs DH, Moises Ballesteros. Check swing called strike. Strike one. Outside. Comebacker to the mound. Fires over to first. First 2 batters retired here in the top of the 3rd.
Second baseman, Nico Horner.
Back to the leadoff spot in the Cubs lineup. So here's Horner now. He's 1 for 1, led off the game with a single. Swing and a ball lifted in the air left field. Pretty well struck. Reaching for it. Makes the catch. Nothing across here this half. We head down to the home half of inning number 3. It's the Guardians 1 and the Cubs nothing. Back here in Cleveland, stepping up for the Guardians, Daniel Schneemann.
Daniel Schneemann.
base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Just a solid swing right there. Caught it out front and ripped it into the outfield for the base hit. Those always feel great.
Chase DeLauner digs in for the Guardians. DeLauner patrolling center field, hitting ninth in today's lineup. And his on-base percentage so far this season right around .380. The 0-1.
Ball.
Schneemann on at first, nobody out. And it is 2-1. Runner on the go. And he grounds one to the right side. Bush steps on the bag. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion.
Up next for the Guardians, left fielder, Steven.
So the Guardians lineup turns over. Steven Kwan getting ready to hit. Grounded out his first time up. Singy, he's got a history of coming through into big spots. I know I like to talk about, I'm not sure whether clutch actually exists, but you look at the numbers, and this guy always seems to deliver in those spots. Fouled off. He was late.
Well, I think it's the ability to assess the situation, understanding what the pitcher has, what he's trying to get people out on, and then being able to use the entire field. If you're a guy that can only hit to one field, then you're really not going to be able to come through in clutch situations because pitchers are going to adjust. But because he's able to use the entire field, that's why he's so successful in these situations.
And a curve misses outside, ball one. One out, the runner at second here in the last half of the third. Next offering is outside. Third now, so runners at the corners and one out.
Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it, otherwise it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Runners at the corners here, one away. Here's Jose Ramirez. He's 0 for 1. On the ground to second, might be 2. Over to Swanson. He turns it. What a double play that was. Inning over. 3 innings complete. It's the Guardians 1 and the Cubs nothing. Start of the fourth, so up now for Chicago, Alex Bregman. Yeah, that's fouled off. Outside low, ball 1. Ground ball up the middle. Oh, great stop. Throws from his knees. And they get the out.
Look at how he dives right there. He's able to pop up to both knees. Not enough time to get to his feet, but he threw a cannon across the diamond to get the runner.
Next to hit, Pete Crow Armstrong.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That's the ball.
The Cubbies trailing by a run. Top half of inning number 4. Swing and a miss. Strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
2 strikes to a guy who's already 0 for 1 with the punch out. The only guy in the lineup with that strikeout. But you can't get too relaxed. You still got to make good pitches to get him out.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And 2 away now. No messing around with the pitch calling in that sequence right there. 4 pitches, all fastballs.
Yeah, and that makes me think that was the plan before the at-bat even started. If you think you can simply just beat a guy with only your fastball, why throw him anything else until he shows you he can handle it?
Brent Rooker digs in now. Fly to right his first time.
Ball.
2 down, nobody on. And that's in there at the knees for a strike. Swings through that one.
Well, he went inside a couple of times, and now outside. Hitter's not exactly sure where to look for this next pitch.
Got him. Out number 3. And the Cubs are down in order. They're down 1-0. Bottom of the 4th. So in now for Cleveland, Kyle Manzardo.
Kyle Manzardo.
In for a strike. And it's 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
The 0-2. Swings and misses. Struck him out. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Bo Naylor at the plate now. He's already homered here in this one.
Bo Naylor.
Ball. Low.
On the ground. Corner. The throw to first. Already 2 gone here in the home 4th.
Up next for the Guardians, designated hitter, Brian
2 outs, base is
Rocchio.
empty. Brian Rocchio, the next to hit. Went down on strikes his first time through. And there's a strike. Liner caught at second. The Guardians go down in order, but they're on top 1-0. New inning getting started. So up now for Chicago, Seiya Suzuki. In for a strike, 0-1. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Good eye right there.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
The 1-2. High fly ball down the left field line. That one is foul, and he'll see another. Fights it off. He'll see another. And a ground ball to first. Manzardo takes it to the bag. One away here in the 5th.
Up next for the Cubs, first baseman Michael Busch.
Michael Busch, the next Cub to hit. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
The Guardians up by a run, and we're at the top of the 5th.
No, that's low.
That one clips the outside corner. That's strike 2. To third. Into the outfield, base hit. And they have their first hit since the first inning.
Up next for the Cubs, shortstop.
Dominant performance for him today, Boog. Just 2 hits allowed so far, no runs across either, and he's had an answer for just about every hitter he's faced. So I don't think this hit is going to knock him off his stride too much.
Swanson digs in. 0 for 1 so far. Man at first, one away.
Way off that pitch down.
Busch stands at first with 1 out. And fouled off. Two. Swings and misses, struck them out. And that's 4 strikeouts. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. And now it's Miguel Amaya. He's 0 for 1. This one popped up. Arias drifts towards it. And that is that. He continues to roll on the mound as 5 shutout innings are in the books. Major League Baseball is on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Jones.
Jones swings through that one as he comes to the plate for the second time today. Hard hit left side. In time to Bush, and the leadoff hitter retired in the fifth.
The Guardians, the shortstop, Gabriel Arias.
Stepping up for the Guardians, Gabriel Arias. That clips the corner. And down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Arias wants another look at the called strike. It's a challenge. And that one was indeed a strike. So they'll lose their first challenge. 2 down, bases empty. Now it's the second baseman, Daniel Schneemann. Single to right in his first trip.
Ball.
And the 1-0. Foul ball there. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5.
Ball.
That's to third. Oh, he gloves it, fires to first, and that's a great play for the out.
Proof right there of why he's a Gold Glover. Flash that leather around and make everybody excited. Nice job to end the inning.
Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. And here is
Leading off for the
Moises
Cubs,
Ballesteros.
the designated hitter, Moises Ballesteros.
Activity in the bullpen for the first time. Sean Armstrong The hard-throwing righty is up and loosening. Gaddis getting cranked up as well. Tap foul at the plate.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow.
Got him looking. Went back to the slider, and it was a good idea. Nico Horner will come up to hit. He is singled, and he is flied to left. That one fouled off. Here's a 1-1. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. The Cubs down by a run, and we're in the top half of the sixth. Strike three, and that's 2 in a row. Horner wants to challenge this, thought it was a ball. Barely a hair out of the zone, but it was a ball. So they've still got both their challenges. Gets a piece and stays alive. Hard ground ball, base knock. And the tying run is on base.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And now it's Alex Bregman. One-run game, 1 out, 1 on.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Here's a 1-1.
He's just missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think of. Good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone. And the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
That's outside.
Ball 3. Oh, they have had a hard time scoring in this one. The pitcher out there on the mound wants to keep attacking, make sure that they don't get any confidence.
The 3-1. Runner on the go. That one ripped, but foul. Horner over at first with 1 away. Runner goes again. And a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Oh, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And here is Pete Crow Armstrong, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts.
At the dish, looking to lift the ball in the air in this spot. Anything but the inning double play, Boo.
A little bit high, and that's ball 1. Runners are at the corners, 1 away.
Tough spot right here. A couple runners on. 2-ball count. You can't nibble, but you have to execute and finish your pitch. If you leave something out over the plate, it's going to bring in some runs.
2 on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2. That one just misses.
I think ultimately you want to tie him up, get the ball in on the plate so that he can't get the barrel to it. Hit it to the outfield.
Lefty out of the stretch. Runners at first and third. Struck him out looking. Huge strikeout there.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
Manager out of the dugout now, and he will make a move to dip into the Guardians bullpen. Parker Messick out of the game. Really solid performance out of him as he leaves with a slim lead. We'll take a break. New arm when we get back. Pitching change here, Sean Armstrong.
And this is an important part of this game. Tight score and still a lot of outs to get. So they're looking for a big outing out of him right here to get some critical outs.
Big at bat for Brent Rooker now. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. Two aboard, 2 outs. And another ball. And that one fouled off. Two on, 2 outs. That one close, rule the ball. 3-1.
Home plate umpires trying to tighten things up a little bit.
The 3-1. That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you'd love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
He fouls it off. We'll do it again. That'll load the bases.
Up next for the Cubs, left fielder Seiya Suzuki.
High leverage spot, and here is Seiya Suzuki. He's grounded out a couple of times. And that misses. And it's 1-0. So they're all loaded up with 2 outs. This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. I really think the outer half is open.
And that one is inside. Here's a 2-2. Out to short. To escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed. Cubs wind up leaving the bases loaded. They trail here 1-0. Bottom of the 6th. So in now for Cleveland, Chase DeLauder.
Chase DeLauder.
Bowling.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
The wind to kick the 2-0. Swings and chases a low one there. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Man, he was really tardy on that fastball. Great job of setting him up by throwing the curveball. Add some velocity to it on the next pitch. Can't catch up.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. And they have their first hit since the 3rd inning.
Up next for the Guardians.
So the lineup flips over. Now the left fielder, Stephen Kwan, 1 for 2. That one off the mark, and that's ball 1. DeLauder gets his lead at first. Nobody out. Almost got him. Two and oh to count. Here it comes. Runner takes off. And that one pulled foul. The 2-2 now. That breaking ball misses outside. Up the middle. The underhand flip. There's 1 and 2. What a play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Now the number 2 hitter, Jose Ramirez. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him.
Strike! Woo!
Two down, nobody on. That one almost got him.
Nope, ball 2.
The 2-1. And time is called for a mound visit now. Big moment in this game, so they'll talk it over. Got him looking. Inning over. Nothing doing for the Guardians there, but they hold a 1-0 lead.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the
back. We're in the
Guardians.
7th. We have a new
Number
pitcher on the mound,
62.
Eric Zabrowski.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
So
Leading
up
off
now
the
for
Cubs,
Chicago,
first
Michael
baseman,
Busch.
Michael Busch.
Inside,
That's
ball
inside.
1. Swing and a miss as he was out front. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one catches the corner for a strike. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. A big first out here in the 7th via the punch-out.
Yeah, it just does so much to change the outlook of an important inning like this. When you got the leadoff hitter, so critical in setting the table when you've got a tight game like this. So a strikeout really puts them on their heels.
And here comes Dansby Swanson.
Ball, outside.
The Guardians holding on to a one-run lead here in the top half of inning number 7. Slider right there. The 1-1 is fouled off.
All sliders so far in this at-bat to get ahead in the count, and it clearly shows there was a game plan in mind for how to attack him in the box.
On the ground to the left. Ramirez sends it to first, and 2 away to start the 7th.
Up next for the Cubs, catcher Miguel Amaya.
Here's the catcher, Miguel Amaya. And a foul ball. Two down, nobody on. And that one almost hit him. Here's a 1-1. In the air to left center. DeLauder moving under it. And that's the 3rd out. So they make short work of them there. 7th inning stretch time. It's the Guardians 1 and the Cubs nothing.
Now pitching for the Cubs.
We're back in a new pitcher
Number
here to start the
45,
bottom of the 7th. Hunter Harvey getting ready to make his season debut. Stepping up for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
Manzardo.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. And the leadoff man aboard.
Up next for the Guardians, catcher Bo Naylor.
Here's the catcher to hit, Bo Naylor. He's produced the only run of the game with his solo shot earlier.
Yeah, the pitching's been outstanding in this one, so that home run has really been the only big sign of life from either offense.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground. And there's one down.
Up next for the Guardians, designated hitter Brian.
One out man at first. And up next for Cleveland, Brian Rocchio. count, the 2-0. Just off the outside edge. Manzardo leads off first with 1 away. And there's the automatic.
That splitty's a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
3-1 is on the way. Not in time. He's safe.
Up next for the Guardians.
That ball was absolutely ripped. 111 off the bat. And I'm pretty sure it started to whistle after it left the bat.
I think I heard that too, Boog. And these are the moments we appreciate when we can look at StatCast and just see exactly what the data is. Always so much fun to see what numbers pop up.
Next to hit, Nolan Jones. That one finds the zone, and that is strike 1.
Well, all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Cleveland up a run, looking for more. Oh. Ground ball left side, could be 2. To Horner at second for 1. Ow! The double play ends the inning and might have saved the game for them.
Got the batter to hit it exactly where he wanted. That textbook 6-4-3 double play gets out of the jam and back in the dugout.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Hunter Gaddis.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Leading off for the Cubs.
Well, one-run game. Moises Ballesteros. Now at the plate. Fastball for a strike. Movement in the pen for the Guardians. Cade Smith, the closer, is getting ready and perhaps looking at a long save opportunity here. That one way inside. The 1-2.
That's a really good take.
That one the other way, and this one could be extra bases. Around first, heading for 2. And he greets the new arm from the bullpen with a double.
Always feels amazing getting a job done when the team needs you to come through. It's just bigger than your own individual stats. Now that sets up a huge at-bat in this ballgame.
Nico Horner, the next Cub to hit, known for his late inning heroics. Cubbies with the tying run at second, and we're in the top of the 8th. Just a slow ground ball this time. In plenty of time to first out in the top of the 8th.
Up next for the Cubs, Third baseman, Alex Bregman.
Dangerous hitter at the plate, and Alex Bregman. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. It's 0-1.
Well, a come and get me fastball right there. He didn't look ready for the velocity. I think it'd be a mistake to throw him anything off speed right here.
So the tying run at second. And a slider misses down and away. The 1-1. And fouled off.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to have to happen with 2 strikes.
He swings and hits a fly ball. Center field. Base hit! Throw comes in quickly, and the tying run forced to hold on to third with 1 away.
Here's the ball. It's hit right back up the middle. Clearly a base hit. I mean, that's one of those where you're expecting the guy from second to score.
Runners at the corners here. 1 away. Pete Crow Armstrong, the next Cub to hit. 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Missed with a changeup, and that's ball 1. One out. The possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. That clips the zone. That's strike 1.
Well, we call that keyhole. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
The 1-1. And that's too high.
In this situation, he's trying to get you to pop something up or jam you. That's a really good take, knowing you got an opportunity to drive in a run here.
Ballesteros at third. Bregman at first. 1 gone. That one misses. And now 3-1. And they're all loaded up.
Up next for the Cubs, right fielder, Brent Rooker.
So now it's the Cubs hitter in the 4-hole, Brent Rooker. Got to be careful with a slugger like this because he can turn it into a 3-run game in the blink of an eye.
Well, look out here. He's going to come up ready to swing in this situation. The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
That's in there. That's strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
All loaded up. Dangerous hitter at the plate. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2. One there. Swung and he popped it up. Arias under it. Brings it in.
Up next for the Cubs, left fielder, Seiya Suzuki.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Hunter Gaddis will depart, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming on. We'll be back in a minute. So the closer summoned from the bullpen, Kate Smith.
Definitely a huge at-bat in this game coming up right here. But with 2 outs, he's just got to focus on getting 1 batter, and this should be fun.
Suzuki, the next to hit, takes high for ball 1.
Well, this is a critical spot for both the pitcher and the hitter. You can learn a lot about a guy by how he handles these pressure situations.
So they're all loaded up.
Pressure's on right here. 2-0 count, bases loaded. You don't want to fall to a 3-ball count and then walk in a run. He's got to challenge the hitter right here.
Danger of walking in the tying run.
At this point in the game, you cannot issue free passes. He's going to have to challenge this hitter. Hitter's got to be ready to swing it.
Swing and a ground ball. A dive. Nice stop. To his knee. The throw. Out to escape a bases-loaded jam unscathed.
That was a great job of doing the math. He had the perfect angle. Diving stop completes the play, and that ends the inning.
On to the bottom of the 8th. So in now for Cleveland, Gabriel Arias. New pitcher in the game for the Cubs, Phil Maton.
And he's got a big-time breaking ball to contend with. Hitters going to have to pick it up early if they're going to have any chance.
Maton, a very difficult guy to get hits off of. It's really rare for teams to string stuff together against him.
He wins every pitch, and for a hitter, sometimes a victory is just fouling off one of his pitches.
The 0-1. Inside, almost got him.
That's the ball.
Out towards right center field. Rooker moving under this one. And there's one away.
Unless he beats himself, somehow can't find it, doesn't have the control command that day, you can pretty much forget about it.
Daniel Steeman getting ready to hit. As a hitter, there's even more pressure to take advantage of any mistake, right?
Yeah, and you're hoping that somehow, some way, whether it's a hit by pitch, a walk, something bad happens, because outside of that, the stuff is just too good to fail. And he's got deception in his delivery, and it's not that he's trying to deceive the hitters. He just has this natural flow that makes it hard for hitters to pick the ball up. It gets on them a little bit quicker than they anticipate, even though they know what the velocity numbers are.
Foul off the plate. They'll do it again. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
He was all over that one. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video, because that's the kind of swing you want to follow. So many positives that led to that knock.
So up next, Chase DeLauder. And he takes a strike. One out and a runner at second here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. A little out front there as he swings through it. Inside and it hit him.
I got him. Take it back.
Up next for the Guardians, left fielder
Stephen Kwan stepping in now for a critical at bat. First offering way inside, almost got him. Schneeman at second. Delauder over at first with one away. Oh, that one almost gets him again.
No, that pitch not even close. A 2-0 count now. He can't be over-aggressive. He's got to make sure that pitch is right on a tee for him.
Here's a 2-0.
Could use a ground ball here. Up and in the infield. Runner at first base. Get 2. Get out of this.
Two on, one out. Swing and a liner foul off to the right. In the air on the infield.
That's an infield fly
called there.
Up next for the Guardians, third baseman Jose.
Pivotal at bat now for the dangerous Jose Ramirez. 0 for 3. A fly out, a ground out, and a strikeout. Two on, two outs. Swung on, belted. Carrying well. Onto the home run porch and left go. Jose Ramirez with a home run the opposite way. His first homer of the year, and they add to their lead. It's 4-0.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. With such an emphasis on launch angle, a low curveball plays right into the hands of those guys at the plate. Really good job of going down there and letting that swing work to get it back up into the air.
So 2 down, stepping up for the Guardians, Kyle Manzardo. And you can touch them all, baseball man. They do it again. Back-to-back homers. And they add to the lead. It's 5-zip.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. Back-to-back jacks, and this club is fired up right now, Boog. I mean, this is the kind of thing where you really start to notice hitters in a lineup feeding off each other, and the collective confidence just continues to grow.
Here's the catcher, Bo Naylor. comes Craig Counsell, and we're going to see a pitching change.
Now pitching for the Cubs.
On the mound now, Caleb Thielbar.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
Two down, nobody on. Ground ball to the right side. And foul ball. The 2-1. That's inside. That's ball 4. Tried another fastball, but missed the spot.
Designated hitter, Brian
And at first, Brian Rocchio digs into the Guardians. The switch hitter batting right. And it's fouled away. Oh, 1 down. That's in there. This one popped up. Bush settles under this one. And that is that. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. Last chance coming up for the Cubbies. We go to the ninth. So up now for Chicago, Michael Bush. And a foul ball. Late with the swing there. Smith, 26 years old, and he was born in Canada. This one in the air, center field. DeLauder going back on this one. And there's one down.
Next to the Cubs, shortstop, Dansby Swanson.
And now it's Dansby Swanson. 0 for 3 in this one. One down, base is empty here in the ninth. Sliced hard but foul. This one in the air. Arias under it. Out. Number 2.
Up next for the Cubs, catcher Miguel Amaya.
So it's their last chance in this one. And up next for Chicago, Miguel Amaya.
Not what he's looking for there, the 0-0 count. Looks like he wants the ball down in the zone.
2 down, nobody on. Here at the top of the 9th. They're down to their final strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Ripped on the ground to second. Throw to first. Ball game. And the Guardians take the series opener here at home.
Well, they win the opener at home. First game of the 3-game series, and there's just such a good feeling when you're in your own ballpark. You're sleeping in your own bed. You're eating your clubhouse manager's food. Everything's right in your world, and they played like it today.